Well, I take like the under 12 sides at ECU, and it's we haven't been able to train. Hopefully, we might get back in training this week and that. But it's it's like the pubs are shut too, so it's been a little bit difficult, to be honest. But everyone just seems to be getting on with it around here.
No pubs and no football. What have you been up to?
On my bike, eh? Get on my bike and go around. Get on my bike for about an hour, and that, and it's that's okay. But it's hopefully it'll all be finished a little bit shorter than well, we'd like it to finish shortly so we can just get on with life.
Yeah, when you look at other places in the world as well, we haven't had it too bad here, have we?
No. We've been. I think the government's been very good in the way they've gone about everything here, and everyone seems to be positive. Really, there's no one really moaning so much about it, but except us with the football.
Just talking about ECU Joondalup, where you do coaching now. What's the team you're involved with there? How long have you been involved there?
Oh, I've been about a few years now, and we take different teams. But we would take I take with the under 12s with like John Brown. Brownie used to play for Hearts, and we're not a bad team. We're being okay. I mean, last year we were undefeated all season, so it's we got a few good kids, and a few of the lads have gone on and played for Glory, and so we're quite happy with the standard of the children. It was always like you play. Some of the lads played for the schoolboys, and then they went on to play for Liverpool schools and that. I never played for Liverpool schoolboys because I went to like a grammar school and we weren't allowed to play for the schoolboys. But it's some of them lads we played against then, like Davy Johnson. It was good times. Growing up in Liverpool, and we just love playing football. And there's a word that I don't think anyone uses over here called Ola. And we used to play football in our Ola, all the time. And it was and I had an older brother, 2 years older than me, and it was great for me because I was always competing against him all the time. And I just loved my time and growing up in Liverpool. You see, and I also, I had a season ticket for Everton from like the age of 10 or 11, and my brother also had, and I always remember that we used to. I lived in Croxteth, and I always remember that to go to the matches, if we went by bus, we'd get on the East Lancashire Road, we'd get a bus called a 544 because it only stopped every 3 or 4 stops like that, And with me and Joseph we were meeting in ground at like 1:45, for the 3 o'clock kickoff, and that's the way it always was with us. I just think them characters were terrific players, and Westy was mad, we say like Gordon, he was mad, but he was a great keeper, and Labby was a gentleman. Everyone always said Brian LeBone, the Everton gentleman. We had, and Bowley was there. I remember going to watch Everton. We played a school game in the morning, and then we used to all the games around in Lancashire. We used to get the Ribble bus, from town, and played school, bus into town on the Ribble bus into Blackpool, and we got there and we were walking along the beach before the game because it was early, and someone said, "There's Alan Ball there," and we went, "Oh!" So we went over to Alan Ball and we said, "Oh, Baldy, why don't you sign for Everton?" When he was at Blackpool. So we always think that it's because of what we said he signed for Everton.
And I take it he remembered you when you joined.
Oh, I don't think so. Yeah.
Been nice.
I mean, you played with the school. You loved playing football, and and played with a team called Holy Cross, and it was football all the time. I mean, I used to end up playing like 4 games a weekend. For the school in the morning, Holy Cross in the afternoon, and then two more games on a Sunday. But it was we couldn't get enough of it. It's good.
So you would have made your debut when they were champions and then come through, but that team obviously didn't kick on at Everton, which is possibly a story of Everton down the years, isn't it?
Yeah, we I think we should have always done a bit better than what we did, but I think when we won the league. What year did we win the league? Was it
69, 70?
Yeah, and then I was just I was like an apprentice and just coming through then, to be honest. So, and then as soon as I got there, we never won anything. Ball, Kendall, Harvey, they were 3 great players, were they? But my favourite player was always Jimmy Gabriel. I used to like Gabby.
Yeah.
When he played with his heart and his soul, I thought, on the pitch, and and then I was lucky enough, he came back to Everton and the coaching when I was coach there, and he come in. He was one of the coaches there also. So
when you look at your time there, especially as captain, was there extra pressure being a local player? Did you feel it more?
I think sometimes you got more stick. You'd always say, "Oh, you're crap," like things like that. But that's just locals, isn't it?
That's Liverpool, isn't it?
You go out into town and you get a bit of stick and all like that. But it was never ever. I mean, there was never really any bad feelings between Evertonians and Liverpoolians. You go into town and people acknowledge it and all like that. But it was never ever. It's like, obviously when Everton played in Liverpool, it was like ferocious to derbies like that. But it was never ever a bad feeling between both clubs, and I think it was. I've got pride in that.
You got to know Bill Shankly while you were at Everton, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, Shanks used to. His house was back onto Belfield, didn't it? And we used to. Well, our kids. I used to take kids' football teams then, but you used to a team called Malpass. Where from Croxteth, all the kids around there, and Sunday mornings we all used to play, and we'd be playing the matches and finish the matches, and the Shanks would come on with loads of lads and all like that, and he joined in the game, and it was great, just seeing them and that, because obviously the pitch, Barnfield Drive, was I'd say 15 yards from his house, So it was great seeing him, and he'd be shouting, for the ball and everything and all that, and I just like to watch him, see that.
When you look at your time at Everton, obviously there were near misses, semi-finals, title runs, and that. Is there one in particular that you wake up at 3 a.m. and think, how did we not win that? Or more than one?
Well, you sometimes just got to get over them. When we far too often we should have won games but we didn't win, and it's I don't know. There was some games. I mean, remember we played one at Leeds against Liverpool and all like that, and it was it was a hard game to play and all that. But I don't just get on with it, But you could never ever really sulk for so long after it. You just get up and next game. What's the next game? Let's go. We had a few. I mean, Rog, Billy Wright,
Ken McNaught was there, wasn't he?
Roger Kenyon, Ken McNaught. Who else was he?
Mark Higgins.
Iggy, yeah. Pie Higgins. We used to always call her Pie Higgins because his dad used to have a pie factory, you see, and he'd come in and bring all the pies for the lads. You know, it was a good bunch of lads we were with when I was at Everton. You know, like that. You know, they all stuck together. You know, and it was just a real good team spirit. I was really proud of, of being there, and you know, I just loved the club, and I just enjoyed it, and I enjoyed playing football, and I think in all the time there, I don't think I've ever had a manager that I've disliked. You know, my managers that I've had, I thought were always good, and it was it was something I think that kept me going too. You know, and that one reason why I went and did my coaching badges and all that, and then become a manager in the end. Yeah.
When I've heard you speak about Wednesday, it's almost with as much affection as you do with that.
Well, yeah, I think so, because I mean, they were such a good bunch of lads that Wednesday and at Everton, and as I say, the coaching staff at Wednesday were really good too, and I really appreciated my time, that I spent there. I mean, the supporters were great. You know, they were always, you never ever had a go yet or something like that. You know, they were just, sometimes they're disappointed and all that, but they really got behind the team, and it was a real, and Jack as manager, and then Howard, they were two of the top managers in the league.
What was Jack Charlton like?
Jack was Jack. The way you see Jack, he's like, he just like he often took training, but sometimes he didn't, and he'd be standing on the side of the pitch, and someone would have a free kick, and he's got his clothes on, brogues and things and all like that, and he'd knackered the free kick up, and Jack goes, "No, you don't do it, don't do that," and he'd walk on the pitch with his clothes on, his suit on, and all of that, and he'd get it and he'd whack it and he'd go right in the top corner.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that of him as a player, would you?
No, but he could hit the ball. I tell you what, yeah. It was just a good environment, with the players. We're like big chappy centre forward, Lee Chapman. So it was good days, very good days.
And what was Howard Wilkinson like? Because he obviously went to Leeds and won the league there, didn't he?
Oh, I thought the world of Howard. I tell you what, he worked. I don't know if you can say it, but he worked the bollocks off us. We every Monday would come in and he'd take us to Sheffield's like really hilly, it's all hills all around that, and he'd take us and we'd run for 2 hours, up and down, let's go again, let's go, and all that. We were the fittest team in the league, and he got us really fit. And he stood by all his players, and he was very supportive of his players too. And I really loved Howard. I thought he was a great manager.
And you got promotion there?
Yeah, we got promotion. Yeah, which is Wednesdayites were made up with, and that, and it was just a real good time. Okay.
How was it when you came up and then had to go back and play at Everton?
Oh, it was a strange experience, that. Because I think I got a few boos when I was on the park and things like that, and it was
that takes me back.
Yeah. And it was funny because it was a real physical game, and it was like, and I think, I can't remember, one of the Everton players got injured.
That was Adrian Heath, wasn't it?
Injury, I think, yeah, and he got injured and all that. So at the end of the game, walking off the pitch, all the crowd just booed us, So so it wasn't very memorable coming back to that. But I don't know. still good times.
Great stuff. And then obviously Grimsby, you managed at Grimsby, didn't you?
Yeah. Grimsby, we call that Grimbo. You know, it was like we do really well and win a match or something like that, and they go, "Oh yeah, but you'll get beat next week." That was our supporters. That's the way they were. That's why. And Terry, I was there with Terry Delicott, and he christened it Grimbo. You know? It was great. It's great. I mean, to be honest, we had a really. I mean, the other coaches with me were top class. They were great lads and all that, and it was really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it, and and then I just thought, doing that. Well, I had to try a chance at managing someone and all that, and so that's why I went to Grimsby. You see.
Yeah. How was it coaching under Colin when you were back at Everton?
The Cole was great. I mean, to be honest, he'd kick you. If you played 5-a-side, he wouldn't have kick you all the time and all that. He was a born winner, Colin. He sort of everything was dead serious when you're playing like that. He was a top player, and a top character too.
Yeah. When you speak to footballers, a lot of them can't remember many of the games they played in. Is that the same for you?
I think so too. I mean, you like when you play a derby at Goodison or Anfield, wherever like that, you go on the pitch and the game's over in 10 minutes. You're so hyped up, you're so, I want to do well like that. And it's just like the game finishes before you get the chance at anything. It was a weird one that, that you look around at Anfield or something like that and you just there and then it's all gone,
Do you remember that goal you scored against Leeds? Remember, that's often talked about. Did you actually remember going in with that header? Or was it just automatic?
Hang on a minute. Just stay there 1 minute, right? You mean this one?
Lift it up. That's the one.
That's the one, isn't it? Norman Hunter. Norman bites-yer-legs.
Nearly took your head off.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's your closest mate to them. Or that Wednesday?
Well, I'd say Evan. Me, couple that really stood out as good mates with me. There's like one is sorry to say my mate who died. It's Andy. Andy came. Andy was we all sing Andy is our king. Go Andy is our king. Andy was like a great lad, great man. He come from Luton and all that, and more or less stayed loads of times at our house and all that, and go out together and all that. And he was a top lad, a real top lad, and obviously Terry Delicott, was always my mate right the way through, and that, But it was really good lads, Iggy, John Bailey. There's right good lads all the way, So that's why we had such a good time there.
And similarly at Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday too. We had the good lads, Chappie, John Pearson. They were good lads. They were all good lads there too.
And now you're over here. There's a few old boys here as well, aren't there? You said Brownie played at Hearts as Francis Bain.
Brownie played. What's that?
Franny Bain is about. He used to play at United.
Yeah. There's a few about. I wish there was more. Yeah, but it's I don't know. I really enjoyed coming over to Australia, you know, and I really like it over here.
Yeah, yeah. And you're going to keep coaching for a few more years, yeah?
Yeah, well, I like to be honest, I like taking the kids, you know, it's because it's and you know the problem is often with the kids, the parents are on the line and they're shouting and all like that, and I just say to them, hey, just enjoy it and play with a smile on your face and all that, you know, and I think that seems to work with them, you know. But I
Do any
enjoy.
of them ever say, what do you know?
No, yeah, but they're good kids, and it's like as long as they're enjoying it and you know, and they're getting better, you know, by practicing all the time and that, you know, and it's like and who knows where they might end up.